Assalamualaikum, brothers and sisters. Today I want to talk about intoxication by drugs, a very evil thing which is going on in today's times. But what are drugs? Let me explain. There are two types of drugs. The first type is the drug which is not illegal. There are two types of drugs. One is illegal drugs or haram drugs, and one is halal drugs or medicinal drugs. You know that. But let me tell you a thing that you do not probably know. Drugs has a very evil effect on us. A very evil effect, my brothers and sisters. They change the way a mind thinks, a human mind thinks, the way the body functions. This makes them unpredictable. It makes their behavior unpredictable, and they become very dangerous. Especially the young people, the youth. They are the ones who are mostly consuming these drugs, these haram drugs, my brothers and sisters. And it is evident the ummah will become like that. Our Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam's ummah will become like that. Astaghfirullah, this is what's happening, my brothers and sisters. People, the young youth, get influenced by the lives of rappers, Hollywood stars, what they see in movies. Astaghfirullah. I pray to Allah that our ummah improves, that Allah gives hidayah to our ummah. Inshallah, Ameen. Now that we have understood this, let us understand the different types of drugs which are available in today's society. The haram drugs that people consume, the haram drugs which are available. Charas or hashish or hash as we call it, ganja or weed as we call it, cocaine, coke as we call it, or coca or cocoa, a very, very, very harmful drug has destroyed the lives of many people. Many people. Made it hell for people. First it feels good, then becomes very hard. It is a very, very addictive drug. The reason I am saying so much about this is it's really destroyed the lives of many people. Then comes meth, or as we call it, chachi. Then comes garad, or as we call it, paya in Hindi slang. Then comes ketamine. Then comes the GHB. Then comes hallucinogens. Then comes inhalants. So much availability of these dirty drugs. Astaghfirullah. People consume it. Astaghfirullah. May Allah give us hidayat. May Allah give us hidayat. May Allah give us hidayat. Now let us understand, my brothers and sisters, what do these drugs do? What do these drugs do? These haram things do, what haram effects it brings in us. Some slow down the central nervous system. Some of these drugs. Some bring happiness in you and then make you sad again. Known as a downer in slang. Some make you feel energetic and happy, hyper, make you feel like you're on the top of the world. But all these feelings, energetic, hyper, energy, hyperness, top of the world, there's no one like me, I've done it. What have you done? You've done the haram thing. You've done the haram thing. You have violated your soul. You have violated your soul that Allah gave you. The blessing that Allah gave you, you're violating it. Astaghfirullah. May Allah all give us neek hidayat. Ameen. Now let us understand. why people love and fall in addiction with these haram drugs. Some people take it for escapism from life, from sorrows, from sadness. Some people take it for celebration of happiness. Indeed a waste. Some people crave for all of this because they think that if he's doing, let me also do. Oh, he's forcing me, he'll feel bad. That is peer pressure. That is peer pressure. Some people take it to get rid of their anxiety. They say, they know that this is wrong, but the craving, because they know, because they have once tried it, so they know that the anxiety goes for a period of time. So they take it to get rid of that anxiety. But it is a haram way, they do not understand. But once addicted, it is very tough to leave. People go to rehabs, whatnot. And we come back to the topic. Some people take it because of such a shameful reason. They want to try something new. So many reasons and much more. But what are you choosing? Something haram, astaghfirullah. May Allah give us hidayat, neek hidayat. Ameen. Now let me tell you something. Why do you really think it's a reason for people to get addicted to drugs? Why? We know all the reasons why people do it. Why do they get so addicted? So addicted. Some chemical? Chemical is not really the reason, my brothers and sisters. What really the reason is, the reason that really lies behind of all of this addiction is shaitan. Shaitan. Often something that Islam states as haram is very tempting to do, and temptation is a very important tool of the shaitan. It is a trick, brothers and sisters. He finds tricks to tempt you. You're going on the right direction, tempt you to go on the wrong direction against Allah. That is the real reason why people even think of trying something new. Go deep down in their sorrows instead of prostrating to Allah. Think that Allah is one, Allah has promised that I am there for you in bad times. Then why am sorrows to drugs and not to Allah? And once a person does these drugs, shaitan tells him, last time you felt good, last time it got your sorrows away, this time too it will get your sorrows away. And before you know it, your life is hell. And if your life doesn't become hell, then Allah is not going to leave you upstairs. For sure. Have you ever wondered why people who say they are on drugs, the people who are on drugs, say they promise that they will leave drugs, but they never keep up to their promises? You might have heard, वो तो चर्सी है, उसकी बात कौन सुनेगा? Why? क्यों उसकी बात नहीं सुनेगा? Wondered why? I'll tell you why. It is not your fault, man. You are pure. It is your nafs. It is the shaitan. It is in your nafs and the shaitan. Astaghfirullah al-Azim. May Allah give us hidayat against all of this. Ameen. Now let us move on to the harmful effects of drugs. What are the harmful effects? Today, more than 7 million people suffer from an illicit drug condition. Many die. The most, in fact, that are dying by diseases is from these vices, are from drug abuse. Dying or suffering, disorders, drug abuse. We do not understand this, but yet drugs is spreading far and wide. It is spreading far and wide. Astaghfirullah, may Allah give us hidayat. The different types of harmful diseases I'm going to discuss now. A weakened immune system, bad liver conditions, lung diseases, heart diseases, seizures, strokes, whatnot. Loss of appetite, nausea, memory loss, difficulty in decision making, brain damage. Do we think of all this before we take it? The most severe condition is death due to overdose and other reasons. Now I would want to talk about drugs and its haram business. People think it's really cool looking at movies, lives of rappers, not just to take it, but also do the business of drugs, drug peddling, whatnot, large scale drug smuggling, small scale peddling, what different businesses even I cannot think of. They think it's really cool, like, you know, where's the mall at, where's the this at, I want to have street rep, very cool, but it is strictly haram, and what is haram has a deep punishment by Allah. We should understand that. Now I want to talk about the punishment that Allah will shower upon you. The punishment of Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala. The punishment of Allah is indeed severe for the people who consume drugs as well who do the business of drugs. Let's get to first who do the business of drugs. The people who do business of drugs, firstly, they are encouraging people to do drugs, which is again haram. Very severe punishment for that too. Secondly, what is happening? People want street rep, more power, name, street rep, as they call it in slang, power, name, money. They kill people, pop them down. Some people are made orphans, some are made widows, some lose their families, and so on. The punishment of Allah will indeed be severe on them. What face will they show on the day of judgment? For the people who consume drugs, too. Severe punishment. For it is haram, strictly haram, and especially intoxication, more. It is a very dirty habit, intoxication. You cannot understand, and people consume these things. Violate their souls. Haram. What face will they show to Allah? My advice to you is, if you have done this, please do tawbah, astaghfar. For Allah is Ghafur Rahim. He will forgive you if you do not do that once again. It is very tough indeed. Now that you have started, if you have. But do tawbah, astaghfar. Inshallah, Allah will forgive us all. My brothers and sisters, whenever you hear of someone taking these haram drugs, someone close to you, some friend of yours, or just someone randomly, if you know them, try to make them understand. Do not know them yet, come in contact with you, try to make them understand. And the most important thing, don't just say Astaghfirullah al-Aliyyil Azim. Don't just say La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah al-Aliyyil Azim. Pray for them in their haqq. Pray for them to Allah to refrain from this dirty habit, to refrain from these haram drugs. May Allah all help us. May Allah help us all. May Allah help us all to refrain from these haram drugs, to whom those who are taking and who plan to take. Ameen. I hope you got my point, my brothers and sisters. I hope you got my point. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you got a little Islamic motivation and liked my video. If you did, please share and write on the comments below. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to receive updates. Jazakallah and Assalamualaikum.